You've spent your entire life saving every dollar, your home, your savings, your 401k, all of it so you could leave something behind for your children and grandchildren. Now imagine that 1 month after you pass away, your daughter gets a phone call. An unfamiliar voice says, "Your mother left her entire estate to me. Here's the will, signature, notarized." Your family is in shock. Lawyers shake their heads. The money disappears. This isn't a movie plot. This is happening right now to 47,000 American families every single year. In the last 5 years, scammers have stolen $37 billion through fake wills, phony relatives, and trust fund schemes. My name is the Savvy Senior, and today I'm going to show you 3 ways thieves are stealing inheritances before you even die and how to protect your family while there's still time. Let's start with the most disturbing scheme. Scheme number 1, the new best friend. Here's how it starts. Joan, 78 years old from Florida, lost her husband 2 years ago. She's lonely. Her kids live in other states. They call once a week. One day at church, a pleasant woman approaches her, Maria, about 50-something. She offers to help with groceries. Within a month, Maria is visiting 3 times a week, helping Joan pay bills so she doesn't have to worry. 6 months later, Maria casually mentions, "You know, Joan, if something happens to you, your kids will only get everything through probate court. That could take years. Want me to take you to my lawyer? He'll make it quick and easy." Joan agrees, signs a simple will. 1 year later, Joan dies from a stroke. And here's what happens. 80% of her estate, $340,000, goes to Maria according to the will, for care and friendship. The children go to court. Attorneys eat up the remaining 20%. The FBI calls this predatory befriending. It happens in churches, volunteer groups, nursing homes. People study obituaries, find lonely seniors with money, and slowly gain their trust. According to the National Academy of Elder Law Attorneys, 1 in every 20 families faces will contests because of a sudden friend of the deceased. The warning signs are invisible until it's too late. Your parent mentions a helpful new friend, someone who drives them to appointments, helps with paperwork, seems caring. By the time you realize what's happening, a new will has already been signed. And here's the worst part. These wills are often legally valid. The senior signed willingly. No one held a gun to their head. Courts can't prove undue influence unless you have evidence of coercion, and that's nearly impossible when the friendship looked genuine. So how do you protect against this? First, create a family trust now, not a simple will. Trusts are much harder to change and require multiple witnesses and attorneys. Second, tell your family immediately if you update your will. Don't keep it secret. Scammers rely on surprise. Third, use a family password system. Any major financial or legal change requires mentioning a secret code word to your children first. Now let's talk about scheme number 2, and this one is terrifying because it's so easy. Scheme number 2, fake online wills. You've heard of online services like LegalZoom or Rocket Lawyer, right? Legitimate companies that help you create a will for $99. But scammers have created fake copies of these websites. You Google cheap will online and land on fake LegalZoom.com. The name looks similar, just 1 character different. You fill out the form, pay $99. 2 weeks later, a PDF of your will arrives. Looks professional. Seals, signatures, everything. But here's the trap. Hidden in the will text is a buried clause. 10% of all assets transfer to random name for notary services. Or it lists a fake executor, someone who manages your estate after death. When you die, this executor files the will in court, takes 10, 20, sometimes 50% before your family even knows what happened. Last year in Texas, investigators found a network of 12 fake will websites. They had processed over 8,000 wills. Estimated theft, $290 million. The families had no idea. The seniors thought they had a legal will. Everything looked official. Here's how you protect yourself. Never use an online will service you found through Google Ads or random search results. Only go directly to the official website by typing the exact URL. Better yet, use a local estate attorney. Yes, it costs more, $500 to $1,500, but you get a real person, a real law license, and real accountability. And here's the critical step. After you create your will, register it with your county probate court. Most people don't know you can do this. It costs about $25 and creates an official record that's almost impossible to forge. Now, the third scheme is the most sophisticated, and it's exploding right now. Scheme number 3, the digital asset hijack. Here's a question. Do your children know about your cryptocurrency, your PayPal account, your Venmo, your digital photos stored in the cloud? Most seniors say no, and scammers know this. Here's what happened to Robert in Arizona. He was 71, tech-savvy, had about $40,000 in Bitcoin that he bought in 2018. He told his son he had crypto, but never explained how to access it. Robert died suddenly last year from a heart attack. His son found the laptop, but the Bitcoin wallet was password protected. No written password anywhere. The son hired a crypto recovery expert who charged $5,000 and recovered nothing. That $40,000 is gone forever, locked in digital space. Now here's where the scam comes in. Within 1 week of Robert's obituary being published online, his son received 3 emails from crypto recovery services offering to help access the lost Bitcoin for a fee. The son, desperate, sent them Robert's wallet information to assess the situation. 2 days later, the real Bitcoin wallet was hacked and drained. The recovery services were scammers who used the wallet data to steal the crypto. According to Chainalysis, a blockchain research firm, over $4 billion in cryptocurrency is lost every year because heirs can't access it, and another $2 billion is stolen by scammers posing as recovery experts. But it's not just crypto. Think about your Amazon account, your Apple ID, your Facebook, your email. All of these have value. Scammers create fake customer service numbers. Your family calls thinking they're contacting Apple support to access your photos. Instead, they're giving account passwords to criminals who drain any linked payment methods and sell personal data. Here's your protection plan for digital assets. Create a digital estate plan today. Write down every online account you have, username, password, 2-factor authentication backup codes. Store this document in a fireproof safe or with your attorney. Use a password manager like 1Password or LastPass with an emergency access feature. You designate a trusted person who can request access to your passwords if you die or become incapacitated. For cryptocurrency specifically, create a recovery seed phrase, write it on paper, split it into 3 parts, and give 1 part each to 3 trusted family members. They can only access your crypto if all 3 cooperate. And here's the step nobody thinks about. Add a legacy contact to your Apple ID, Google account, and Facebook. These companies now offer official ways to transfer digital assets after death, but you have to set it up in advance. Now let me tell you the most important protection strategy that covers all 3 schemes. Have the conversation now. I know it's uncomfortable. Nobody wants to talk about death, but your silence is the scammer's greatest weapon. Sit down with your family this week. Tell them where your will is stored, who your attorney is, what assets you have and where, what your wishes are. Create a family financial meeting every 6 months. Update everyone on any changes. Because here's the truth. Scammers win when families are surprised. They lose when families are prepared. One more thing. If you're watching this and thinking your parent might be vulnerable, don't wait. The average age of inheritance scam victims is 76, but the grooming often starts years earlier, when they're 70, 71, 72, and still feel independent. Watch for these red flags. Your parent mentions a new friend who's helping with finances. They suddenly change their will without discussing it. They become secretive about money. They receive unexpected legal documents in the mail. If you see any of these signs, act immediately. Schedule a family meeting, talk to their attorney, consider a financial power of attorney if they're willing. And if you suspect a scam is already in progress, contact your state's Adult Protective Services and the National Center on Elder Abuse hotline at 1-800-677-1116. Remember, $37 billion stolen in 5 years. That's not a statistic. That's $37 billion that could have sent grandkids to college, paid for medical care, or supported the causes you spent your life caring about. Your legacy matters. Protect it. If this video helped you, please share it with someone who needs to see it. Subscribe to The Savvy Senior for more ways to protect yourself and your family. And leave a comment telling me, have you had the inheritance conversation with your family yet? If not, what's holding you back? Stay savvy, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.